Welcome to the Healthy Lifestyle Show podcast. Our podcast is all about eating healthy, being active, and living a healthy lifestyle. We believe living healthy should be easy. That's why we have a free ebook at healthylifestyleformula.com, which can help you start your healthy lifestyle journey in easy-to-follow steps. Let's jump into this week's podcast topic and welcome our guest. Well, welcome back, Jay. It's good to see you again.
Thank you. And it's interesting. We are going to talk about shiitake mushroom today.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And I'm also going to share something which is not that good.
Okay.
But we need to talk about it. We are all about transparency. We are all about making sure that our viewers, listeners, and everybody knows about what's going on with our podcast.
Yeah.
So we'll be sharing at the end of the podcast, what's going on.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So let me talk about the shiitake mushroom first.
All right.
You know that I always start with some popular names.
Yes.
So I got some here popular names. The first one is sawtooth oak mushroom. There's so many names I tell you shiitake mushroom does have.
Yeah.
Black forest mushroom, black mushroom, golden oak mushroom, oak wood mushroom. But most popular name, as everybody knows, is shiitake.
Yeah.
Now the reason why that name, she is a Japanese word.
Yeah.
So she is like Shii.
Yep.
That's the name of the tree where it normally grows.
All right.
And take is nothing but mushroom.
Yeah.
So mushroom which grows
Yeah.
on the tree or near those trees or on the bottom or wherever the deciduous trees are there, that's where it's growing.
Okay.
Now, in Japan, this is almost like a delicacy or, it's like a gourmet
Yeah.
food. And so that's why there are a number of recipes people have,
Yep.
developed over the time. It's like evolution process,
Yeah.
And maybe I'll, rather than talking about the recipe, we'll give it the recipe on our podcast blog.
Okay.
It's a stir fry because I like to keep things very, very simple.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not share just that recipe rather than talking about, because that recipe, just talking about it would take 10 minutes and that's not the intent of this podcast.
Okay.
So the other thing I want to talk about is normally it grows more in the Southeast Asia, in that region.
Yep.
Okay. And now let's talk about health because that's what I love to talk about.
Yes.
Shiitake mushroom, if you take 100 grams
Yep.
of fresh shiitake mushroom, 90% of that is water.
Oh, wow.
So people who are looking for something for weight loss, something to fill so that you don't have to eat too much.
Yep.
It's like a filler kind of a thing. It works.
Yeah.
It's a great, I would say, fiber, or you can say a great, I can't say plant, so it's a mushroom. Okay, let's just put it as mushroom. It's a great mushroom for that purpose.
Okay.
And there are only 7% carbs, 2% protein, and less than 1% fat.
Oh, wow.
Ladies love it. And in Japan, that's why, many people talk about it. In terms of calories, it does have that 100 grams.
Yeah.
It does have 34 calories.
Yeah.
So it's pretty low on that.
Yeah.
Now, as soon as you dry it, so remember that 90% water,
Yeah.
it's gone. Now you're left with much more concentrated, good things, which, is much better for people like you and I in terms of eating it, in terms of taking it in the form of soup, in the form of a stew, in the form of, capsules, in the form of tea, so many other, ways to look at it,
Yeah.
So there's one important thing to talk about is shiitake mushroom is extremely abundant with copper. And copper is really needed for our heart health and, all that purpose, the blood circulation and all of that. And it's a natural way of taking the right, the copper, so many people love taking it that way, those who are extremely health conscious. It does have, like some of the other mushrooms, it does have riboflavin, niacin, zinc, manganese, but a variety of vitamin B. And getting vitamin B in this form is extremely good for everybody. And so people in Japan, why people in Japan are so healthy? Because some of the food they eat quite often is kind of geared towards some of these things. And that's why it does help. That's why you have seen some of those, people outliving even 100 years, or, longevity is kind of a common thing over there. I'm sure there are many other reasons, but food is one of the reasons. Now I wouldn't talk about too much of research and all that, because somebody said that, hey, just keep it light. So I still have to mention a little bit. So but I won't bore anybody over here on that, all the research and everything. But what's important here is something called lentinan. Lentinan is kind of a protein. It's kind of an antifungal protein. And that basically is found in Shiitake mushroom. And that really, so if you eat something like that, it's going to help you to stay healthy, to keep yourself healthy, fight all possible, those fungal health issues and all that, and so many other things. Like any other mushroom, it's good for immune system. And I already talked about the longevity. So that's another major reason why people eat Shiitake mushroom. But I have one warning on Shiitake mushroom. Some people can eat dry Shiitake mushroom. Or even fresh Shiitake mushroom as it is. Directly, like without even cooking. But it can be a challenge for a large number of people because of some kind of allergic reaction. So my suggestion to everybody is don't try if you don't know. Who knows who is allergic to something like this? You may not even know about that. So why try?
Better not to risk it.
That's right. And once you cook it, it's okay. You can take it. But if you take it raw, dry, like without cooking, then it can be a challenge. Now, the real hardcore mushroom lovers, some of those guys prefer taking Shiitake mushroom more as in form of stir fry or soup or those kind of things. But they also, if they can't take it that way, because sometimes it's not available in all the places. If you live in a smaller place, or you live it quite far away, or in a bigger city, maybe there are some stores, some places where you can go and buy. But not everywhere you can get it. So what those people do, they normally buy in the form of tea, in the form of like capsules, in the form of powder, in the form of like some of those. Or the best thing is, if you can't get Shiitake mushroom powder, get the blended powder. Blended powder of variety of mushrooms. Same thing you can do even for the capsules. So that way you're not just taking one mushroom, you're taking a variety of mushrooms. And that's the best way. You're getting the balanced diet just by adding some of those mushrooms in your daily routine, So I thought I'm going to keep it short today. And just wanted to share at the end that we're going to give a pause due to some challenges we have. We don't want to talk about the challenges because nobody cares about that. It's our internal issues, our internal challenges. We're going to give a pause now to the podcast. And hopefully when things get better, we would restart in whatever way, in whatever shape. I don't know today. And our goal has been always, all the time, share wherever we are going, whatever we are doing with our listeners, viewers.
Mm-hmm.
And we just wanted to thank them for giving their support to us by giving their valuable time and listening to all of this. It means a lot to us.
Yeah.
And hey, hopefully when we get ready again, maybe whenever we can, we'll come back with a bang.
Yeah.
And restart the podcast, restart all of this. But all of this information is going to be there on our website.
Yeah, that's not going to go away.
That's not going to go away. So hey, use it, share it, listen to everything. If you find something useful, hey, share it with your friends. Yeah. Talk about it, because it's all free. Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to say about? Because I think I don't want to get emotional on this.
Yeah. No, I think just, thank you to our listeners and our viewers for spending their time with us. And we will, we'll be really glad when we can see them again.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye. And stay healthy. Eat good, stay healthy, and take care of yourself.
Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you again next time. If you want to start your healthy lifestyle journey, don't forget to get your free ebook at healthylifestyleformula.com to start your healthy lifestyle journey in easy-to-follow steps. This podcast is brought to you by healthylifestylepodcast.com.